You can testify, but you just can't win, because I'm here to tell you you guilty as sin. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. GTO. GTO. Pontiac.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Three Blind Mice Group Invitational build. And this was one of my month's chosen to pick one, and I picked this Hot Wheels 1970 GTO. And being a diehard Pontiac fan for the majority of my adult and teenage years, this is like the cream of the crop here. 69 and 70 GTOs were the forbidden fruit for me. They were the ones you always wanted, the ones you always dreamed about. And I am fortunate enough to own not only a 70 GTO, but I own a 1970 GTO Judge. And that is like the holy grail of all Pontiacs as far as I'm concerned. That is about as top of the line and cool that you can get. Mine is a 400 big block Ram Air 3 motor. It doesn't have the functional Ram Air hood, unfortunately, or a hood tack, but it's a 366 horse motor with a turbo 400 floor shift console, everything. And it's cardinal red with the black and yellow eyebrow stripes on it. And I'm very fortunate to own one of my dream cars, and I'm going to replicate that in 1/64 scale. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take this baby apart. Okay, here we are. Typical mid 2000s to late 2000s. This one says 2010. That's from the golden year, the second coming of Hot Wheels, as I like to refer, when they had good stuff. And plastic base, not bad wheels. Paint job's it's not bad, but it's not GTO to me. So we're going to make that right. 1969 came the first year. I think it was John DeLorean was one of the designers of the Judge. You know John DeLorean more with his actual DeLorean DMC, DeLorean Motor Company, DMC 12, I think they called it. But he was a big designer back in the day with the Pontiacs, especially the Firebirds, Trans Ams, and the GTOs. And where they got the name Judge is from Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, when they did the bit with Sammy Davis where here come the judge, here come the judge. That's where it came from. And like I say, it was a step above a regular GTO, and of course a GTO was a step above a Le Mans. So that's how it works there. And like I say, in 1970 you could get 1969 Judges they started out with them in your regular carousel red, as they called it. I don't know why they called it carousel red, because it was actually orange. Everybody knows it as orange. And so they called it carousel red. And later in the year, I guess later in the year of 1969, they started experimenting with different colors. I have personally seen black ones with yellows, usually have yellow and black stripe on them. And I recently, this fall, was fortunate enough to see a gold one. And I think they maybe made some dark green ones, but most part 1969s, if you got one, it's a different color. It's a pretty rare car. And but by 1970, they were coming out with all kinds of wild colors. They had light mint, a mint color green metallic. They had a dark green. They had bright orange, which was called Orbit Orange, which I always thought was a cool name. And if you ever seen the movie Two-Lane Blacktop, that 1970 GTO was the regular GTO, but it had the Judge eyebrow stripes, and it was Orbit Orange, just as the one in the movie Dazed and Confused. Like I say, mine is Cardinal Red, so we will be painting it Cardinal Red. And this fortunately does not have a hood tack, so it's just like my one up in the garage. So let's go ahead and put this in the stripper. We'll put this in the easy off. Strip the chrome off of this, strip the paint off of this, and we shall return. Okay, and we're back with my 70 GTO Judge. And I got a set of wheels for it. These are leftovers from the Holden Sandman build. I had 4 of those left, and those are perfect Rally 2s, which they use them as Monaro wheels over there, but here they're just good old-fashioned Rally 2s. So, got the body in white, primer, everything cleaned up, everything ready for paint. Now, and I have the base painted, I have the interior primed, so I can paint it a light saddle, or it's just a light parchment color, I think it is, or something like that. A light tan. I'll have to look up the color and, like I say, see what the exact name is. I don't know right offhand, but the overall car is Cardinal Red. So I'm going to mix up some Tamiya. Was it the X7 red? Let's see if I could find it. Where I got. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Well, anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of. I'm going to take this X7 red. I'm going to take some orange and just give it a little bit of orange to give it a little bit brighter color than the regular red, because she is a bright, beautiful baby. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up and shoot some red on here. So stay tuned. Okay, here and we're back with the bits and pieces all painted and ready to be assembled. As you can see, I got me a nice set of Pontiac Rally 2s off a Johnny Lightning Buick Riviera, one of those peg fillers that you see at Walmart, hundreds of them. They actually had Rally 2s on there for those Buick Skylark wheels, which are very close. But if I can get this to focus, they are definitely Rally 2s, and I got them charcoal in the centers and dull aluminum all the way around the rest of it. And I added my own touch here. I made the splitter tailpipes, which are very, very prominent on a 70 Judge, myself, out of styrene. Mine doesn't have it yet. I have them in the trunk, brand new ones. I just have to install them. And used just some aluminum silver for the bottom trim along the bottom, which is actually aluminum. And I'm really pleased with the way the wheels turned out. That was a lot of fine tuning. Windshield's brand new. I just gave it a buff. I used this Vallejo, which me and Vallejo are coming to terms, and it's good for interiors and stuff. Dark sand, which is very close to the original interior color on my car, and that worked out perfectly. And the only thing it's really a different color is the steering wheel, which is black, which has a formula style steering wheel, just like the Trans Ams have. And last but not least, this beautiful, shiny, fully detailed GTO body, which I'm not going to, that's all I'm going to give you right now, because I want you to wait for the reveal. So let's put this baby together. Okay, here we are at the reveal. If you like these decals that you have seen today and you want to do a judge, a correct judge, you can get these decals from Second Chance Red Lines, and that's on eBay. You can go buy these exact ones, or you can contact him and he will make a custom color one for you if you want, I'm sure. So we designed these off my car here, or a car, one of these. So without further ado, let's look at my baby. This is my 1970 GTO Judge. Like I say, it's a dream car of mine, and I have the real deal sitting in the shop right now, but it's you'll see it in the pictures in the back at the end. Bright cardinal red with yellow and black eyebrow stripes and yellow and black judge stripes. A quick tidbit of information: these actual eyebrow stripes, the black and yellow in those are actually reflective, retro reflective, like you would find on a street sign. I think the Boss Mustangs and the Mach 1s used those too back in the day. Like I say, got the correct Rally 2s on it, got the correct decal set, tried to put as much detail into it as I could. A light tan, sand colored tan interior, just like mine has, and black steering wheel. Custom made tailpipes that I made out of styrene with the splitters on the back, so it looks correct. Chin spoiler, which I have for mine, I just haven't put it on yet, and tailpipe splitters, I have those too, so in future pictures you'll see that. Like I say, this is as close as I can get it, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody does, their take on this car, since this is a very special car to me. That's why I picked it. I had this car on the back burner for almost a year. If you saw it in my earlier videos, it was that blue one sitting in the background on my backdrop for a long time, and it was still in the package. But anyways, make sure you go and check everybody's out, especially Paulie's and Lee's. You will not be disappointed. And have a great weekend. Hope everybody's safe and healthy in this crazy messed up world that we live in right now. Hopefully things will get back to normal soon. So catch you on the next build. I appreciate all my new viewers, and like I say, I want to give a shout out to Mr. K7. He sent me a nice package. If you can see back here behind Mr. T, he's got himself a new van. Mr. T thanks you, Mr. K7, William Robinson. And he also sent me these nice, beautiful castings. This one's so nice, it's just, but I've been wanting another one of these Berlinettas. So we will be doing one of these in the future, just like Lee did, but I'm going to wait a little while. And I got another Lotus for my car trailer. So thank you very much. I just wanted to give you a shout out. I really appreciated that. That was very nice of you. And it's always great to get mail, especially when you're stuck at home and going stir crazy with the rest of the world. Alrighty. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the next build. I will try to go through and answer everybody's comments. It just takes me a little while now since there's so many of them. But I read everybody's and I will comment, and I appreciate all my viewers and all my friends from all over the world, and hope you all are safe. Stay tuned for the next one.